Good evening, welcome to ITV News. This is Friday night's calendar with Gaynor Barnes, and here are tonight's main stories. We start with the sad news that former Leeds United and England defender Norman Hunter has died from coronavirus at the age of 76. As part of Don Revie's formidable Leeds side of the 60s and early 70s, Hunter won every domestic honour in the game and was also a member of Sir Alf Ramsey's victorious England World Cup squad in 1966. Well, John Shires is Hunter, who will be sadly missed. Well, today NHS England announced 840,576. Now, with frontline NHS resources stretched, healthcare students are being drafted in to join the fight against coronavirus. Hundreds across our region have responded to the call for help. Many will start work in the next few days. Never before have final year students joined the workforce early this way, so they're currently going through final drills to make sure they're ready. Emma Wilkinson reports. Well, still to come on the programme tonight. Now, it is less than a month since the Chancellor said he'd do whatever it takes to prop up businesses hit by the coronavirus outbreak. And today he extended the furlough support scheme until June. But one garage owner in Grimsby, who's had to furlough his staff, fears there'll be no business for them to return to if he doesn't get financial support soon. Dave Pickerden's been refused a grant from the council, despite his brother, who runs an almost identical business in Boston, being awarded the payment. Here's Michael Billington. Well, more of the day's news now, and a woman who spat at an emergency service worker has been jailed for 26 weeks. Demonstrate how unacceptable it is for emergency workers to be assaulted while doing their job. Chesterfield Football Club has allowed its car park to be turned into a temporary testing centre for COVID-19. Sheffield teaching hospitals and GPs in the city say they are still available. Time for some sports news now, and we can cross live to Chris Dorks very much. Now, energy bills could go up by almost £200 a year for those confined to their homes during the lockdown. According to a new study, experts say an increase in computer use, heating and cooking during the outbreak will see costs increase by around £16 every month. Matt Price has the story. Well, John's with me now across the studio. He is. John, thank you very much. Now then, were you out on your doorstep last night clapping for our carers? Well, thousands of us were across the Calendar region, from the inner cities to the North Sea. Last night we featured ICU nurse Joanne Morrell, who was due to witness her street doing so for the very first time. Well, Adam Fowler was there when they did. Oh, another extraordinary response there as people took to the streets. Well, one person has gone even further. Rachel List is an artist from Pontefract who's now single-handedly redecorating the town's walls with a series of paintings celebrating NHS and heroes of the pandemic. And her latest is of 99-year-old fundraising star Captain Tom Moore, who's now raised more than £19.5 million by walking laps of his garden. Here's John Hill. Yes, it wasn't Banksy. But we shall leave you tonight with some of the stories we've covered here on Calendar, accompanied by the Her Voice Women's Choir from Dewsbury with a song they recorded after we went into lockdown. Good night, stay safe.